All right, welcome to today's Explainer. We've got a massive financial headline that just hit the wires. And if you're the kind of person who tracks where the smart money is moving globally, you are gonna want to hear this. We're looking at Natco Pharma and a truly colossal capital injection that tells us they are making a major pivot in their international playbook.
2,500. Just let the sheer scale of that figure sink in for a second. When a company throws down a number like that, it's not a typo. It immediately demands the entire market's attention.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Because this isn't just some random accounting adjustment. We're talking about 2,500 crores. And based on the latest financial drops, this massive pile of capital is being deployed straight into the market by the Indian pharmaceutical giant, Natco Pharma.
Section 1. A massive market move.
So checking out the latest economic reports, it's absolutely crucial to get that this is not just your standard keep the lights on operational spending. The headline literally reads, Natco Pharma expands into South Africa with major investment. This is a deliberate, heavy-hitting financial play. It's an aggressive corporate strategy to rapidly grab market share in a brand new territory. They're basically shifting gears from steady domestic maintenance straight into a high-stakes growth phase.
Now, what's really interesting when we break down this headline is the incredibly clear story it tells. You've got Natco Pharma making a dedicated geographic push into South Africa, fueled by a very real, very quantifiable 2,500 crore commitment. It literally spells out their corporate priorities for us. No ambiguity, no guessing games for the upcoming fiscal cycles. They're going all in on international diversification.
You know, in financial circles, an injection of this size tells you a whole lot about a company's confidence. Natco isn't just dipping a toe in the water to test the vibes. They are front-loading a mountain of capital. We're talking about securing infrastructure, bulldozing through regulatory approvals, and building out complex distribution networks in one massive push. They're fueling a long-term growth engine here, basically telling investors, hey, we see a high-yield potential that totally justifies locking up 2,500 crores in one single market. Section 2, Destination, South Africa.
So, with a war chest of that size ready to roll, the absolute first question any market watcher has to ask is, where exactly is all this money going? Why pick one specific region over another when you're moving this much liquidity around?
Well, the answer is South Africa. Natco is deploying this 2,500 crore war chest to build a very deliberate international bridge, tying their corporate ambitions directly to the African continent. South Africa is effectively the primary economic gateway for that broader region. So planting a massive flag there, it can exponentially increase a pharma company's access to incredibly high-growth emerging markets all across the continent. And this brilliantly illustrates a massive cross-border flow of funds. We've got capital originating from an absolute powerhouse in India, being channeled straight into South African operations. It's setting up this major intercontinental growth corridor. For anyone analyzing this, it points to a fascinating broader trend. Indian pharma companies are leveraging their rock-solid domestic cash flows to go out and capture outsized market share in emerging economies. It's essentially a textbook play. Use your home field advantage to underwrite a seriously ambitious foreign expansion.
Section 3. The Future Footprint. Let's move to and see how this builds step by step when it comes to actual execution. If we follow the capital flow, it reveals a super focused three-step strategy. First, it starts with the sheer magnitude of that 2,500 crore commitment to secure the runway. Then, it pivots on the choice of an international allocation, basically accepting the headaches of cross-border logistics for the promise of a much higher growth ceiling. And finally, it hits the ground with operational expansion in South Africa. It's a perfect roadmap from boardroom strategy to actual tangible market penetration.
When you synthesize all of these facts into one equation, the strategic picture is just remarkably clean. Natco Pharma's major investment of 2,500 crores directly into their South African business maps out their entire growth trajectory. It locks the whole maneuver into one easily digestible framework. When you look at the risk versus the reward, the company is making a crystal clear bet. The real future of their revenue growth lies way beyond their own borders.
So, we've tracked the capital and we've tracked the geography, but it all leads to this ultimate question. What does this 2,500 crore injection actually mean for the fiercely competitive global pharma landscape? Does this aggressive move by Natco signal a brand new way of heavy capitalization in emerging markets? Are we going to see established players just trying to outspend their rivals? This 2,500 crore commitment might honestly just be the opening move in a much, much larger regional chess match. Keep that thought in the back of your mind as we watch this market story unfold. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking those great questions, and I'll catch you next time.